So I wanted to just pass along a little bit of wisdom. Not that I have a lot of it. I'm just what I've learned in my short time here on this in this jungle. Is that it's during the times when things suck the most, whether on a global or country level or just a personal level. This is always the same. It's in those times that you have a choice to make. You do. And many people, the choice they'll make, and it's understandable, it's just not the way to go, but it's a cruel world. And I see this a lot with teenagers, that come in and they're suicidal because of breakup kind of thing. It happens all the time. And because they think their whole world is ending. Well, we kind of take that into adulthood. We all really do. I don't mean over breakup necessarily. Just, when shit hits the fan and everything is a mess. It's in those moments you have a choice. Now, the secret, the people that are all about manifesting, is that, your perception creates your reality. I've really thought about that. Because I do a lot of thinking. No, because that's it. But that's such a slippery slope. And I'm not against being positive, but there's that sect where it's all positive no matter what happens, and that's not realistic. It's also a way to avoid reality altogether. And what's even worse about that is it's a way to numb your heart. So if you can go through whatever it is, whether it's a breakup, your country's up in flames, the world's on fire, like it currently is, and you can see the truth without letting your heart become closed, then truly, I tell you this, that you can become a warrior, even if you don't think you are. That's the key. The key isn't just getting through the difficult times. It's the choice you make in the difficult times. So you may give up for a period of time, and I don't mean give up like end your life. I mean give up like you may need to, take some downtime and just feel sorry for yourself. Just don't stay there. But it's the choice you make in that moment. And the choice always is, are you going to let your heart become cold? There are a lot of people in this world that their heart is just a rock. God talks about it in the Bible. That's why God is the one to replace the heart. Because it's very easy for people to go that route. And then they become numb to everything. They many times won't care what they do to other people. We see a lot of that. And it's in that moment where maybe you've been humiliated, or somebody broke up with you, or again, your country's on fire, or whatever it is. And no matter how bad, even though it feels like, oh, this will never end, I'm always going to feel it. No, you just have to make a choice in that moment. And the choice that you want to make is, no matter what you do not let it make you close your heart off. Now, because that's hard in this world. That's what makes this world hard, is because it's easier to protect oneself and just close your heart off. And the people that don't close their heart off are often the people that get hurt many times by others that have. Or people that are just don't have any self-awareness. And obviously something happened to them, and in that choice moment, they decided, no, I'm going to close my heart off this world. Because many people would label these kinds of people, right, that are cold-hearted. They don't care what they do to others. Yeah, you can label them sociopaths, psychopaths, narcissists, whatever you want. Ultimately, though, and maybe some are, but I think the majority are not. I think it's this world, and they made the wrong choice. And the longer they stay on that path where they just numb their heart out, the easier it becomes. And the less they care about what they do to others. because you can't stay there permanently and protect yourself and then expect to not become also a monster. It doesn't mean you can't come back from that. Ultimately, I think there'll be a lot of people forced to see that about themselves through all this. I don't know why I think that, I just do. Because I think that the true psychopaths, there's very few of them. There's a lot of people misguided. There's a ton of people that have no self-awareness. But the majority of people, they have just shut their heart off. And there's let's face it, there's a ton of people at the top that have become sick with their obsession with money and power, that it's made them not right in their head. But if you, in the middle of whatever crisis it is, I don't care how bad it is, if you cannot shut your heart off, and whatever you do not allow yourself to go there, that then you will find out that that's what will make you a warrior. And I'm not saying I'm a warrior, because I don't see myself that way at all. I see myself as a big mess usually. I'm not saying I am. I'm just I often think that I make always the wrong decisions. Like, I'm the only one in nursing speaking out. Most people would tell me, why are you doing this? And you're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to change anything. You should have known better. You did this to yourself. I've heard it all before when I do this. So but putting that aside, but if you can find in those moments when you're being hit with a lot and realize, no, this world, it wants to make me close my heart. It does. Because then that nastiness has you. And one of the ways it'll do it, and it's a trap, is we're just going to see everything as positive no matter what. That is a cop-out. I know, how could I say that? Because we should always think positively. We should, but not at the cost of ignoring what's reality in front of us. So many people, because they can't handle it, and they just need to face it and realize they can. But people in this world, because it is a cruel world, will find all sorts of ways to avoid the things they don't want to face. It's just the way it is. I'm an alcoholic, I should know. Alcohol was my vice. And nothing is so horrible that you can't get through it. If God makes it easier, I'll say that, and God will protect you from letting your heart get hard. But that's the key. It's not getting through it and getting to the other side. Many people get through their struggles, right? But if they got through it and then they closed their heart off and decided, no, I'm going to be totally different now. I'm not going to care about others. I'm not going to trust others ever. And it's hard to trust people in this world. Believe me, it is. But it's better to take the risk and trust people, and they prove you wrong. That's on them more than it is you, even though maybe you suffer more of the pain of it. The key to come out on the other side and being a warrior through any kind of pain is don't let your heart get hard, and don't close it off. In fact, I would say try to come out the other side with an even more open heart. Cry, feel sorry for yourself for, temporarily. Don't stay there. Do what you have to do. But don't go to the place where because that's what this world really wants. If we had more people that had truly an open heart and weren't always trying to protect their heart or numb their heart, this whole place would be different. We'd have a lot of warriors.